And welcome back. Pat English is here today. She is the board president of United. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Ken. And I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving.
Yes, I did. And you did too?
I sure did, yes.
Very good. I see you have a copy of the 2015 business plan.
Absolutely. This is our Bible, you know.
Yeah.
And we need this for all our figures and what we can do with various figures and what have you. Anyway, I would like to talk, first of all, a little bit about our assessments in United.
Okay.
As you know, they went up by $10.23 per man per month. And the reason it went up by that amount is that GRF actually was able to cut back on their operating expenses. Mm-hmm. So they ended up with a per man per month reduction per man per month of $7.82. So our reserves are a little slim. Mm-hmm. They're only right now around 12%, I believe it is.
Okay.
So we decided that we would put the entire $7.82 into our reserves. So we actually increased our reserves by $10, and that's why our basic assessments have gone up $10.22.
Okay.
And by the end of the year, we expect that our reserves should stand at about 15%.
Okay.
In my opinion, and this is my opinion, that people will disagree with me, but in my opinion, we need a reserve of between about 25 to 30%. We don't need 100%, but we do need 25 to 30%.
Okay, so you're looking to build that
it up over
okay.
a period of years, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Very good.
And we believe we will, because we're seeing some real scrutiny by GRF on their operating expenses, which will reduce our costs. And we're also scrutinizing our own costs. And it's my opinion that that is a board's reason for being, is to scrutinize costs and try and reduce them if possible. We're kind of overseers, oversight. We're not the management, but we're the oversight.
So you're hoping that by looking at your costs, GRF's costs, is maybe, I mean, obviously it would be nice if you could reduce assessments, but more importantly, it seems, is take those savings and put them where they're to build up your reserves.
To build up our reserves, and it would be very nice if we could believe that maybe in the end we might be able to reduce our costs. But that's in the, you know, we can't look in a crystal ball.
Right,
but
exactly.
we can do the best we can in planning things like that and working
yeah.
on it. So that's
Makes
what
sense.
we're working on. That's what GRF is working on.
Very good.
Then I would like to just briefly touch on the sewer and toilet problems that we're having
The ongoing.
Are ongoing. You know, whenever there's a blockage, both PCM and United, we all consider that to be top priority. You know, if someone's got water coming up through their sinks or their toilets or their showers, they need to, if they can't, they need to get PCM out. They need to call the property services, 597-4600. And that will be the top priority for PCM and United. It's our number one concern.
And you know what, and you've talked about this, especially in United, some of those manors go back 50 years. And things like this, unfortunately, are bound to happen.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, you get things like the roots of the trees growing into the sewer pipes. Yeah. And if we identify, if PCM identifies a building that's having unusual number of problems, you know, if like 2 of the manors are having backups, they will then investigate. They'll put a camera down. They can do all kinds of cute things these days. Yeah. And they will find out if it's a systemic problem. And if they identify that it is, they can go ahead and line the pipes with epoxy. And there are a number of things that they can do like that. And that's exactly what they're doing. And again, this is top priority as far as PCM and United are concerned.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And some of these manors I know from firsthand. A friend of mine who lives here, I think one of the 4-unit ones or 6 units ones, they all go into one central clean out drain, and there's only one clean out for 6 manors. This is how they were built 50 years ago. So as you said, one person can have a blockage and it could be systemic and go to the other manors as well.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So we want to be right on top of issues like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And we will put the whatever money it takes to correct those issues. That's
Right.
what we will do.
Very good.
Then I'd like to touch on our Christmas dinner, something fun for a change.
That's right.
You know, last year we put on this Christmas dinner. By we, I mean actually the whole community was involved. We had volunteers from all over the place. And it was only Laguna Woods Village, though, that were really entitled to come. The Christmas dinner was traditional, and it was free. And the volunteers, we all did the cooking and the cleaning and everything else that it takes. Well, one of the things that I told the people at the end, if you save Clubhouse 2, we'll have a Christmas dinner next year. Well, next year is now here.
Yes.
We're here. We're having another Christmas dinner. We have about 10 or 15 volunteers right now. We'd like more, because we had about 40 last year.
Okay.
And so, and also, if you want to sign up for the Christmas dinner, everybody who has an address in Laguna Woods Village is entitled to sign up.
Okay.
And they could call, let's see, 461-1405, which is Jan Labarge's number.
Okay.
And they, as long as they give them the name, the manor number, the phone number, they should be all set for
And what's
a
the date of
reservation.
this?
December 25. What
Oh,
other
that's
day
right.
do you have a Christmas
No,
dinner?
I didn't know if you, last year you had it a few days before or something.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
we had it right on
very
Christmas
good.
Day, and we had Clubhouse 2, and again, it will be in Clubhouse 2.
Very good.
We're starting a bit later this year, though. I believe we're not having the dinner until like 1 o'clock.
Okay.
To give everybody time to get everything ready, you know? Because there's a lot of preparation goes into this.
I bet it is.
So anyway, this is kind
Well,
of...
again, you know, say the number again for those of you
Okay.
not only who want to attend, but if you would like to help out and volunteer, call Jan.
Call Jan, 461-1405.
Okay.
Now, there will be another number that will be published in the Globe as well, and they can call either number then.
Okay.
I'm
very
not sure
good.
what that number is, otherwise I'll give it to you right now.
Very good.
Okay. Then I'd like to go on to something a lot more sensitive, I'm afraid. And that was the meeting with Associa. On Friday, November the 14th, Associa called this meeting. It wasn't PCM, it wasn't United, it wasn't GRF or anybody else. It was Associa that called the meeting. It took me a while to figure that one out. It was a closed meeting with all the corporate board directors, and that also includes the towers. They were there.
Exactly.
Not only were they there, but they actually took so much time of the chief operating officer after the actual meeting that I had a hard time even asking him questions. So for them to say that they didn't know what was going on, I cannot understand that. It does not make any sense to me. Anyway, the purpose of the meeting was that Associa wanted to review the various processes of PCM. There had been some kind of a review by GRF of PCM that was part of their management agreement, a performance review that had happened in September. And I believe that Associa came out as a result of that. And they wanted to find out from us, you know, just what was going on and what we expected and what we didn't like. The meeting of November the 14th was called totally independent of the boards or the directors. We were all surprised about it. We didn't know. We were really shocked about it. We hadn't anything to do with the planning or the statements by Associa or anything else. We asked some questions at the end of the presentation, and Associa is supposed to be doing some more work and telling us more. We don't know exactly what they're going to do, but they are. Now, just a few days ago on December the 1st, the towers put out a newsletter that I would like to refute, okay? In the first paragraph, they say, as some of you may be aware, there has been a development in the village which will seriously impact the future quality of the life in the towers. The proposed elimination of the professional management of Laguna Woods Village. This is absolutely untrue. There has been no one that has even considered removing the professional management of Laguna Woods Village, and in fact, there never will be. There never will be anyone that would consider removing the professional management. Now, this kind of newsletter, I think is very discerning, because this will get the people in the towers very upset. And in fact, this could be a self-fulfilling prophecy. They're saying about how the values of their properties are going to go down because there's going to be a move away from the professional management, and it's going to allow amateur and short-term board members to oversee and manage many of the GRF functions. I think they meant PCM functions,
right.
But in any case. I mean, you think that me, as an unpaid volunteer,
you don't want to take that on, do you?
Absolutely not. Now, oversee, yeah, absolutely. Directors have a fiduciary duty to oversee. That is our responsibility. It's our responsibility as directors to protect the assets of the corporation.
Right.
And part of protecting the assets of the corporation is to review expenses and try and cut back if possible.
Of course.
That's exactly what
well, I appreciate
GRF,
you
Third
bringing
and
that
United
to light.
are doing. Yes, yeah. I really hope that, that the people in the towers understand that this is absolutely untrue, this letter. I'm very sorry to see that they have just elected the same board members again. I think that was a mistake, but.
Okay.
And so there is that situation, and I'm also concerned for PCM also, because I think there's a lot of people who are afraid they're going to lose their jobs over this.
Well, I appreciate you saying that and bringing that up.
Totally untrue.
And thank you very much. And also, I want to re-say what's Jan Labarge, the number of your Christmas
Jan
dinner,
Labarge's number.
Because that's the fun thing.
That's the fun thing.
And let you have, I know it's going to be in the paper, but if you could give that one more time, that'd be helpful.
461-1405.
Okay.
That's Jan's number.
All right.
Another number will come up in the paper, which unfortunately I didn't have with me. And they can call either number then.
All right.
And as long as, tell them to please make sure that they spell their last name clearly and give their phone number clearly.
Very
otherwise
good.
we won't know. And as long as they've got that information down, they will be on the list. It's limited to 200. The first 200 we can't do more than that.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thanks for kind of going through all that. Last thing Pat wants to do is come in and paint our studio on.
Right, exactly.
All right. All right. We don't even like to do that. All right. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Ken.